Hi everybody and Merry Christmas. Well, almost Merry Christmas. It is only Labor Day, September 6th, but I am already getting some Christmas presents ready. I'm so excited. Betsy and I went to California this past weekend. She had a basketball tournament, and we knew, aside from watching and playing basketball, Betsy playing, I was watching, we were going to be going to a lot of nurseries. And one nursery we went to, we hit the mother lode. It was called Green Acres and it was in Roseville. And what I was hoping for to give my coworkers for Christmas was a little mini topiary. I've looked at the nurseries in Reno and no one was resupplying their herbs, but we found a lot of rosemary and a lot of lavender, and I decided to go with the lavender. We also found these cute little brown terracotta pots with the matching discs to catch the water. And then lavender, that is just perfect for topiarying. Small, because I don't want these gifts to be huge. Here, let me turn it around so you can see. With the central stem. And that's what I look for. I look for a plant that I can turn into a little lollipop or a little tree. So here's how I do it. First I take some old leaves from the garden, just some garden debris, to cover up the hole at the bottom. I'm going to add a little planting soil. This is just potting soil, premium potting soil that I mixed a little starter fertilizer into. And then I take my plant. And I'm going to cut on it first before I get it potted because it can be a little bit messy. So I am turning it into a little ball. Excuse me. And it pretty much tells you what you need to do and where you need to cut. I try to make the stems as long as I can. Sometimes some plants lend to this more than others do. And as these other plants grow, I will reinforce that as I clip on them and snip on them in the coming months to establish their shape and their form. So I'm simply just snipping off unnecessary bottom branches and then just cleaning up the top and trying to turn it into a little ball. So I think that's pretty good right there. Actually, I think I'm going to take this lower side one off down here. The more I snip on these, the more they are going to grow in the next few months. Now we're in Reno, Nevada, Zone 7A, so we'll get our first freeze in October. And in October, I'll bring them inside and put them under grow lights. So I'm getting ready to pot this now, and I have learned through trial and error to coax the roots, and this is pretty root bound, to coax the roots out from a slightly bound and matted root ball. Nothing terribly aggressive, just enough to give it a little massage. Okay. And I'll plant it in this little pot. They're all fairly well centered also. So I am going to fill this up with the potting soil. Betsy and I were walking around this nursery and we found really, really cute Halloween decorations. And then we saw these pots and I looked at her and I said, we better go get a cart. And before we knew it, the whole cart was full. And then we had to make room with our suitcases in the back of the car, but we did it, didn't we, Bets?
We did indeed.
Okay, I'm gonna give it a water. And what I will do while the weather in Reno in September is glorious, warm days, warm sunny days, the nights won't get too cold. I'm gonna feed these a lot, and just with a liquid fertilizer, a fertilizer dissolved into water, I will feed them a lot, I will trim on them a lot, and get them as big as I can get them, hopefully a tiny bit taller by Christmas time. I am adding now gravel to the top just to finish off the look. Make it look a little more professional, if that's possible. At least make it look like a lot of care went into these. The people I work with are wonderful. I love them, and if any of you see them, do not tell them what I am planning for their Christmas gifts. Okay, so here it is. So what I will do is, when I give our gifts, we usually have a Christmas party every year. Last year it was nothing because of COVID, so I'm extra excited for this year. I'll put a big ribbon with a bow around these, and this will be everybody's little individual gift from me. Alrighty, so it's not too early to start thinking about Christmas and getting your thoughts organized, getting your gifts organized. It makes life so much easier come November, come December. And thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Thank you, Betsy. Bye-bye.